Now, Meadowlark is a guy who's never revealed his true age, saying only that he is somewhere between the age of 18 and 100. And we believe that is still accurate. Meadowlark Lemon is presented by Manny Jackson, CEO of the Harlem Globetrotters, who were enshrined as a team back in 2002.
Don't you just love him? You know, induction into the Hall of Fame is a major life milestone for the inductee. However, there are a few instances where the induction is also a milestone for the Hall of Fame. It's an important part of its foundation and future credibility. I'm honored tonight to introduce a case in point. This gentleman is, in fact, an American legend. This is my 10th year of owning the Harlem Globetrotters, and the longer I'm around, the more amazed I am at the many accomplishments and the magnitude of the love the world has for Meadowlark Lemon. I remind you that he was not a made-for-television celebrity, pushed upon us by cola manufacturers or shoe marketeers. To millions of fans around the world, he is the original live Showtime. No station breaks, no reruns, no edited highlight films, just Meadowlark, up close and very personal, Globetrotter style. His playing days date back to a time when segregation in sports was the norm, and a society separated by race was a constant reminder of a flawed society. But like few others, he was undaunted. He was proud. I knew him to be talented. He was smart, funny, and simply irresistible. He believed if you accepted him first on the basis of his many talents and his integrity, and if he could make someone laugh, he would get you to listen, to believe, and to change. He did just that for 24 years. He changed people's attitude about race. He changed foreigners' attitudes about America. And along the way, he made millions love the game of basketball. Tonight's enshrinement, as I said before, marks the 4th time we've been up here. We received the coveted John W. Bunn Award. Meadowlark received that last year. The Harlem Globetrotters, the team, was introduced last year. Today, we introduce the Clown Prince, one of the best basketball players that ever lived. Tonight is a deserving tribute for Meadowlark. He joins former teammates Marcus Haynes, who's here tonight, Wilt Chamberlain, and Pop Gates. This will surprise you. He played in over 7,500 consecutive games in approximately 100 countries. And Stu, as legend has it, he missed one game in 24 years. And I know he's known around the world as a master comic, but those of us who played with him knew him as an unusually gifted athlete. Off the court, I knew him as a serious speaker, an analyst, a deep thinker, a gentle but strong man, and a thoughtful human being who always cared deeply about what he was and what had been given to him. Today, he's transferred his love of God to a global ministry. He is a family man and father of 10 who dotes over his wife, Cynthia, and his 10-year-old son, Caleb. He had zero tolerance for mediocrity and an absolute disdain for anyone who did not respect the 24/7 preparation and performance standards of being a professional athlete and a Harlem Globetrotter. Because you see, for Meadowlark, being a Globetrotter wasn't a job. This was his calling. His business was playing basketball at the highest level and making people feel good while creating positive, lasting memories. Meadowlark may not have been the best movie actor, the best recording artist, the best TV sitcom star, the best coach, and maybe not the best minister, or cattle rancher, or sports team owner. But he holds two undeniable leadership positions in the history of sports. First, he is the undisputed global leader and champion of being loved and remembered by fans all over the world. And no one will ever touch the hearts of families and young people in the way that he has. Jerry, secondly, I cannot believe that deadly accurate, crazy half-court hook shot of his. I've watched him do it 1,000 times, and it simply defies the law of physics. Bill, I don't understand it. We were in L.A. You were with me in San Diego at the Jackie Robinson YMCA. Low ceiling. He throws in a half-court hook shot before a room full of kids, and they almost faint. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, sports fans everywhere, I introduce Hall of Famer, my friend, and a gentleman I've called an angel, the good Reverend Meadowlark Lemon. Meadowlark. Manny, get on the other side.
Meadowlark Lemon. No man has ever made more people happy or entertained more people in the sport of basketball. And you did it with a style and a grace that made all of us proud. And so tonight, by virtue of the vote of the Honors Committee and by the power vested in the Board of Trustees, it's my privilege to induct you as a contributor into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame with all rights and privileges. Congratulations.
Thank you. Hallelujah. That means that I love you. And tonight I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. And thank you so much for all of the kind words. And hopefully I can give a little something back even before this is all over. Man, I've had a good run. I've had a great run. It's been wonderful. Right on back, it's time to light up. It's time to light up. This is it. When I was 11 years old, I used to go to the Ritz Theater every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. And we had to be back home at 8. And my daddy didn't mean 1 minute past 8. He didn't know anything about child abuse, okay? So I would leave the Ritz Theater 2 minutes to 8 so I could be back on time. And in the Ritz Theater, we would watch 5 cartoons, 3 westerns, and anything else they put on there. We saw The Green Hornet sometime. We saw The Batman Without Robin. And then we got the newsreel, because in those days we didn't have television. If you had television, you were rich. And nobody in my block was rich, so we didn't have any television. We got the news from the newsreel every Saturday morning. And we would stay in the Ritz Theater and watch it over and over. My dad would give me enough money to buy a piece of Washington pie, which was old bread pudding. Not bread pudding, bread pudding. You see, there's a difference to it. It was real heavy, and when you mix that RC cola with it, something supernatural would happen way down inside. And I could stay in the Ritz Theater all day long and watch the runs all over and over again. But this one day I saw this basketball team. You see, in my neighborhood, we didn't play basketball because we said it was a no-touch sport. So we wanted to play touch sports. We played baseball. We didn't throw the ball across the plate, we threw it at each other. We played football in the streets. There were no out of bounds. You could run all around the house, it didn't matter. But this particular day, I saw these men in the dressing room. They were singing, and they were playing their music, and they were putting their tennis shoes. We didn't have sneakers. They were tennis shoes. They were not pumps. They didn't cost $150, and we still made it out all right. But they were putting these shoes on, and they walked to the basketball court, and when they got to the basketball court, they seemed to make that ball talk. I said, that's mine. This is for me. I was receiving a vision. I was receiving a dream in my heart. And I left the Ritz Theater early that day to get home so I could learn how to play basketball. And when I got home, I didn't have any place to play. I made my own hoop out of a coat hanger, an onion sack. And I nailed it up across the street on a tree. And there was a big iron pipe out there. For my basketball, I had a carnation milk can. And I'd grab that pole and I'd swing around and I'd learn how to shoot that hook shot. I'd be out there every day until they let me into the boys' club, the Boys and Girls Club of Wilmington, North Carolina. That hook shot. Hagan, where are you? Oh, you had a smooth hook shot, man. Kareem. Oh, man. You did it. You did it. Those are the 3 hook shots that I've known in my life. Hagan, Kareem, and Meadowlark's hook shot with a lot of lemon flavor on it. I have a lot of people that I have to apologize to, and I don't want to leave anything undone. A lot of people I need to apologize to. Those people I've hurt in any way in my lifetime, I apologize tonight. I ask for forgiveness. George, my son, we did a program for one of the networks, and he cried. He said, my dad was gone so much we missed something. We missed him. Robin, my daughter, one of my daughters here tonight, she missed her dad because I was on the road playing basketball, and we decided to play basketball because we felt that we could give the kids a better education because I could make just a little more money out there, and we stayed on the road. Donna and Robin, Donna, Beverly, John, I apologize to y'all tonight. Derek, you suffered the most. I didn't get a chance to spend any time with you. I apologize for that. Mom, love you, and I apologize to you because I haven't spent time with you. Crystal, Caleb, these are tears of joy. Nothing else. It's not an act. I'm not that good. Jameson, Angela, my life has been chapter after chapter. This is the middle of the book. You're going to get the best of me with my wife, Cynthia. You're getting the best part of the book. You're right in the middle. Yes, I will be around a long, long time. My friends who came here from California, Arizona, and those of you who came from other states, thank you so much for being here. Manny and I, someone said that we couldn't play basketball, we were clowns, and one year we got in the car when we had a couple of months off. We traveled across the state to show people, hey, we could get down. And it felt good. But little did we know, everybody knew we could play. Jerry Stapperstein, my friend, came to be with me. Abe's son, his only son, he came to be with me tonight. We grew up on the bus. And I love your dad, man. He hooked this thing up. This man came out of baseball and found some guys playing in the sandlot called Chicago Ballroom 5, and he began to hook this thing up. And that's where we are today. There's just so many other people out there, all the players. Pilato, Curly Neal, Geese, the Hawk, the Big Dipper. You know, there's people in our lives that made all this happen. It just didn't happen. Somebody threw the ball to you. Mr. Haynes, thank you, sir. You gave me the first shot. And there have been so many other people, and I'm sorry that I've forgotten some of the names of the people that I wanted to talk about tonight. Man, but it's been great. I mean, it's been great. I've had a wonderful time, and the best is yet to come. I'm 16 games shy of playing 10,000. I'm 75 games shy of playing in 10,000 consecutives. It's gonna happen, y'all. Somebody said, well, how you can do that? You're too old. If you're not too old to watch, we can handle it. Write your vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. Your vision will surely come to pass. I can guarantee it. Your vision will surely, it's going to come to pass. And I'm talking to some of you young athletes out there right now. These Hall of Famers that's sitting in this room tonight have made it possible for you to do what you're doing. When they ask us, aren't you sorry you didn't come along to make the big dollar? If we don't make what we did, if we don't do what we did, if we don't ride the bus all those many miles, if Bill Russell, I see Jerry West over here, if he didn't play as hard as he played out there, Coos, I don't see you, man, but you was out there doing it. You were making it all happen. The moon fixer sitting over here. Oh, Lord, you young kids think that y'all can jump today? He was doing it 50 years ago. Y'all ought to take note to Casey over here, how he played defense. If you want to fulfill your vision, you write it down. My time is up. They're giving me this sign here. That means give it up. But that's okay. I've said all I can say anyway. One of a young men in one of my basketball camps, he came up to me one day and said, Mr. Meadowlark? I said, yeah. He said, you got it going on. Tonight, we have it going on. Thank you so much. God bless you.